Hey, Pokedad fan club, it's me, Pokedad, and we're still continuing our videos on 2016 Spring Regionals Prep. We're now doing a battle video showing off the Yveltal Darkrai, kind of the speed version, where we use Max Elixirs and Dark Patch to get energies on board really fast. This was one of those videos that I pre-recorded first, and then I'm coming back and doing the commentary. So it looks like we get in our starting hand an Yveltal and a Darkrai, the uh, old Darkrai that gives us the Dark Cloak ability to give us free retreat. Looks like we got a pretty decent starting hand, and it looks we see a Keldeo on the other side. So um, looks like I think this is an Archie's Blastoise build. Um, so we see a Battle Compressor, and we should be able to tell pretty quickly um, what this is once we see this. And I was trying to adjust the screen so that you could see my hand a little bit better, but it didn't want to cooperate. Okay, so looks like there's an Archie, a Blastoise, and a Lysander, and it looks like he gets another Archie's and another Blastoise in the discard pile with an Ultra Ball, I'm assuming. He uses that to get a Shaman to set up, so he's trying to dig deep to try to get that turn one Archie's ace in the hole so he can get the Blastoise on the bench. He's going to Trainer's Mill here. And it looks like he grabs the Battle Compressor. He's going to Battle Compress, putting some more things in. If a lot of the Archie's Blastoise play Execute, so I would assume he's probably going to put an egg in there. Oh, guess maybe they were prized, so all he did was he put an N in, and he plays an N. So our beautiful hand that we start off with, not looking so good now. But one good thing is we do gain an extra card off of this, and we're still not in a terrible position. I mean, we do still have the Fighting Fury belt, and we can attach a double colorless here. And we do get a max elixir. It looks like an Ultra Ball, and go ahead and get rid of the Zero Sick and the AZ. We can always pick up one of them later for next time, and we're going to go ahead and grab a Shaman here. And imagine we'll go ahead and max elixir, see if we can hit something, and it fails, which is quite unusual. We usually are pretty successful with that, but go ahead and put the Fighting Fury belt on that Darkrai, and we can Shaman here, drawing us another 5 cards. We do get the Keldeo, and we get a Battle Compressor, so this is a pretty decent pretty decent hand. Now, it's a good thing that we went ahead and max elixired first, because we don't want to thin our deck of energy for the Dark Patch and then later on not be able to use it. So now we can thin our deck, put some energy in the discard pile, put maybe a Colress or an N or a Sycamore. I don't remember exactly what I put in. It looks like I'm putting 2 energies in and an N. And that makes sense because I don't want to really lose the other VS Seeker. So by using N, we can kind of help ourselves out. And we know that they have to, to get the Blastoise out, they have to have the right cards. So maybe we can also disrupt their hand a little bit here. So we do N, giving us 6 more cards, and we do, wow, we draw into 3 Hypnotoxic Lasers. Go ahead and put the other Darkrai down, and we really don't want to necessarily put that last spot down just yet, because we don't know. We may want to use that for Shaman. I think that's why I went ahead and played the Hypnotoxic Lasers, and then we Shaman again, getting us 4 more cards, and we at least draw into a Sycamore. So for next turn we will be okay. We don't really want to use, we really can't use the Ultra Ball, but his Keldeo does stay asleep. However, most of these Blastoise decks run multiple copies of Keldeo, so he can just rush in. Matter of fact, he can do a double rush in and even get back to this Keldeo. He plays Plasma Curum down, which is from the Black and White series, and then he VS Seekers here for a Lysander. And I'm not really sure why. I guess he is going to play the Lysander, but I do have the Keldeo, so I can just rush in and retreat. So it's not a big deal there. I go ahead and put an energy on the Darkrai here, and I'm not really sure why I Ultra Ball here. I think maybe I just wanted to see what else was in my deck. And yeah, it looks like I just have a Darkrai and an Yveltal, so I'm okay letting this Yveltal go. But that means both of my little baby Yveltals are both prized. Now we do get another Dark Patch, which is really good. So now we have, a good amount of energy on board already. We have 4 Dark Energies, so we're hitting for 110 with the Darkrai from Breakpoint. We can rush in here, and I don't necessarily want to use the other Darkrai because I don't want to put it in harm's way. And then Dark Pulse here can hit and do 110. It would have been nice if we could have maybe found the Verbank City here, because then we could have, well, it still wouldn't, I don't think it would have been enough actually. But still, nonetheless, we're doing okay. Alright, he uses superior energy retrieval. I think he's just trying to lower his hand size again. And it does look indeed like now he does have the Archie's ace in the hole. So now he can get the Blastoise going. And he can actually do quite a bit of damage. One thing to remember though is he does we do play the Fighting Fury Belt. So he's going to have to put a lot of energy on some of these guys to really be able to do much damage. Alright, so he's going to retreat into the Plasma Curum, and he uses Blizzard Burn, which does 120. Looks like I attached the energy to the Darkrai on the bench, and then I don't really want to end, but I guess I have to so that I can continue to build up my board state. And at this point, we've got another Dark Patch, so we can get another energy in play. We've got another Fighting Fury Belt. I don't necessarily want to play Verbank down, but I'm going to retreat into the other one, and the reason is I can put damage on this Curum, and then I can take a knockout on that Keldeo using Night Spear. And also I can kind of deny prizes because there's a good chance they might have been able to take a knockout on us if I kept that other Darkrai up. And so at least now it's going to force them to have to Lysander to take the knockout. He gets another Plasma Curum down, and he does have a superior energy retrieval. So he is going to be able to get 4 more energies, which means he'll be able to get the other Plasma Curum charged up, and so he's going to put some more pressure on us. And it looks like he's going to retreat this one and then bring up the other one. Seems like would be a good play. And I have to admit, in these Archie's Blastoise decks, these Plasma Curums seem like a pretty good trade. I mean, they're hitting pretty hard and still being able to, take the only giving 1 prize in exchange. So now he rushes in and retreats so he can use that same attack again. So he did actually draw into, well, he did get the Keldeo going. Alright, and now right now with the energy on board, we're hitting for 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. we can hit 40, 50, but we're just missing the knockout on a Keldeo by 10, 20, I should say. It would have been nice to be able to Lysander the Keldeo and take it out. I'm also thinking about taking out the Blastoise here. Um, I have a tough decision because both my Darkrai's, my main attackers, are kind of hurt now, and it looks like we have another one ready. But it does look like I'm going to go ahead and Lysander something up. And I'm not sure that this is the right play here. Okay, so I'm gonna take okay, so I'm gonna take a knockout on that one Plasma Curum anyway. So it seems better to put some damage on this Keldeo, making it a little bit easier to hit next time. So I kind of understand the reasoning there. Though it is very possible that we could have just taken the Shaman knockout and then maybe come back with a knockout somewhere else. I don't know. I do know that the Shaman is still there, but we probably also got to be realize that there's going to probably be an end coming soon. So we're going to probably be down to 3 cards in our hand if he ends us this time. It looks like he's going to computer search here because it always makes that weird look right before it's played. And I imagine he gets a battle compressor. Okay, so what's he gonna battle compress? We're both down to pretty low amounts of cards in our deck. I think we're both looking at like 12 or 13. Can't really tell. He's down to 10 now, and then he VS Seekers here, and I imagine it's going to be for the end if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's going to end us. So we will be down to 3 cards. However, it looks like we can tell by our hand right now we at least have 2 VS Seekers, and we are able to draw into VS Seeker here, so that's a good thing for us. However, he is going to take a knockout on this Darkrai, and we knew that. We knew that was going to happen. So probably promote the Keldeo. No, I just go ahead and put up the No, I promote the Keldeo. That's really the right play. That's how you should do it. Guys, you should always promote the free retreater down. And we did top deck the DCE, which is really good. So we can now possibly get into some other ways to get energy back onto the board. And we don't have to risk losing that dark energy simply because we have the DCE on this one, which is why I like playing a couple DCE in this deck. So we've got a dowsing machine, we've got a dark patch, so we can get another energy on board. And I actually put it on the baby Yveltal because it's still going to be hitting for 110 if we need it. I think I get rid of the Hypnotoxic Laser because I know that I've got the knockout anyway, and so I just went ahead and get another dark patch so that we can go ahead and get another energy on board, just making that Dark Pulse attack even stronger. And we will retreat, and we'll be able to easily take a knockout on this Curum, hitting for 160. And now all we really need to do is just knock out one of these EXs, and we have the game. It is possible he could take a revenge KO here, potentially. But we have 2 other attackers ready to go. We have a very weakened Keldeo, and we also have a Shaman on the board. So if we top deck a VS Seeker, I think we're pretty much going to just Lysander for game. He may also try to end us again. We'll be down to 2 cards. We do know that we have the Sycamore in hand. but I'm not really sure what he can do. I mean, like I said, he might be able to get enough energy on this Keldeo to take a knockout on the Darkrai. I mean, he needs 50, 70. Um, well, let's see. He needs 120, 130. So he needs 7 energies on this Keldeo. So he needs 6 more, I think, to take a knockout on the Darkrai. And it does look, you know, he did just get that superior energy retrieval. So that's 4 energies. And it looks like he got a second one. So it looks like he could easily get 8 energies on a Keldeo at this point. Alright, so he does get the 4 energies. He only has 1 card left in deck at this point. So he's going to have to, you know, really take a knockout on something. But again, if he leaves he has to also, I think he has to have some other attacker too, because if he leaves this Keldeo in the active, I can pretty easily take a knockout on the take a knockout with it on with a Darkrai or with the baby Yveltal. So he is taking kind of his time here. He is Ultra Balling. And he gets his last card, which is a Keldeo. Oh my goodness. So he's going to pretty much just deck out. Unless he can somehow end. But I think all he has is energies, right? Yeah, 4, 5, 6. He has a Fighting Fury belt. And he has a VS Seeker for Fisherman. Okay, and he plays Fisherman. So he's going to get 4 more energies. So he's going to load this up, and then he just surrenders. He knows he can't do anything anymore. He probably should have not gone through all of that hassle, but anyway, he did anyway. And anyway, so that was against an Archie's Blastoise. Anyway, hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to ask any questions or leave any comments below. I'd be happy to answer those for you. This is PokeDad signing off. We'll talk to you later.